Breaking Dawn. Now, my friend really wanted to know what I thought about this because she noted, as many others have noted, that it's not really the favorite book of a lot of Twilight fans or just people who read Twilight. And I think I know why. Because it starts out really good. I liked the wedding. I liked all of the honeymoon stuff because now that I like Edward, at least there's part of it that's interesting to me. I'm not exactly a Squealing fangirl, but I can see where you'd like him, because yeah, he's a smart guy. But then after the honeymoon, when Bella becomes pregnant, then it gets creepy. It's like Rosemary's Baby. I don't think that I felt entirely comfortable with her baby for 99.9% of the book. I sort of got okay with it towards the end, but I just felt a large part of me resisting because of the way the book is written. I like the Jacob chapters, but at the same time, they do not help you to feel like the baby is not a creepy monster who should die, because that's the way Jacob looks at it, and you see this creepy parasitic baby. It's like, oh yeah, it's gonna chew its way out of its mother. No, I love it. I don't know. And when she's born, she bites her mother. They're like, no, bad little baby, don't try to eat your mother. You know, normally revulsion is saved for things that like eat their mothers. It's just kind of gross and scary and wrong in so many ways, and people could argue, but she learned that wasn't a good thing to do. But if you have to learn it, it's still creepy. And yeah, she can learn at an accelerated rate, but if there had been someone to like take her away, excuse me. I've gotten so upset about the baby that I've started coughing. But if there had been someone to take her away, she would have eaten her mother. And that's creepy. I'm sorry, I can't not think that that's creepy. And then there's this huge happy family lull in the middle of the book where it's like, why hasn't this book ended? It's done now. The baby's born. Bella's a vampire. Look, she can crush rocks and beat up Emmett and do all kinds of other things. The story is over. And for like, I don't know how many pages because I was listening to the audio version, but several CDs, it's just like her reading to Renesmee, which is just the stupidest name ever. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's a combination of like Esme, who's a cool character, and her mother Renee. It's just a stupid name. I agree with Jacob. It is a stupid name. And speaking of Jacob, the imprinting is creepy too. I mean, I could not be okay with the fact that the only reason that he did not think this baby was a sick monster was that because by some irrecoverable force he must love it. That really doesn't make me like feel like the baby deserves this love. That makes me just feel more creeped out. Not creeped out because he's imprinted on a baby. I'm fine with that because, you know, it's been explained before. He doesn't have any sexual feeling towards the baby. It's just that he will love the baby until the end of time and then probably eventually have a romantic relationship, but not at the point when it's a baby because that would be sick. No, that's not why it bothers me. It bothers me because everyone sort of converted to like, oh, now we love the baby, which is just creepy because, yeah, the baby is like this freakish parasitic thing that drinks blood. And like, yeah, the vampires drink blood, but they're not creepy. I mean, they're just not as creepy as this baby is. Because everyone is sort of like mentally bent around this baby. And when they see it, they must love it. This does not make me feel like okay about the baby. It makes me feel like there's just some weird cult and they've all drank the Kool-Aid. It's creepy. But I guess once the very long happy family lull is over and the Volturi are coming to attack, then it's interesting, because then you see why the baby is there. Finally, there's a reason for the baby, because there's action involved. The Volturi don't want the baby to be there. They're just looking for an excuse, but who cares? And you get to see all these cool vampires, and there's the epic battle that almost happened! And then the end, where Edward can finally read Bella's mind, and then realize how boring she was. Although, except not, because somehow he doesn't. But, yeah. So, it was a book that started out really well, kind of went really downhill, then picked up a little. So, that's my thoughts on Breaking Dawn. Thanks for watching.